minute ago, didn't see how much interference we got.
Just 5. As we get set to go here for the tip-off, and Alleman comes down with the ball. The Pioneers with their first possession. And Tyler Ryan had tip-off. He gets it back over to Jimmy Conroy, who we thought might have been hurt here, Jay. It looks like he's going to be playing. It's a good thing. First shot of the game is missed by Mark Hill. But rebounded, put up and in by Tyler Ryan.
Yeah, Jimmy didn't practice Tuesday or Wednesday, and he was back to practice yesterday. So apparently he's going to be okay tonight.
Well, Ray Muscavale throws an errant pass, and so the first turnover of a game goes back to the Pioneers. Bringing it down court is Tyler Ryan, senior. As they work it around, and early in the game, they're all just testing themselves out here a little bit, trying to see how they're going to match up. Shot up, but missed by David Fry, but rebounded, put back in.
Looks like we're going to see mirror images of each other on both ends of the court. Both teams are going to play pressure man-to-man defense and look to shoot the ball quite a bit.
Well, as now the Rocks working around, and set here is they're way out on the perimeter here, working around the three-point land. Nobody inside at all, so apparently trying to get that one man wide open. Well, three-point shot here and missed by Nick Jones, their top scorer. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Stolen by Nick Jones, and a nice dish there to Brandon Smith. He's up and in, and we got ourselves a 4-2 ball game.
That was an excellent play all the way. Jones stole the ball, drew the defense, and dished it off for the easy layup.
And we got our first foul of the evening. Ray Muscavale with his first foul of the game. And we were discussing before the game started, Jay, that the Rocks are a young team versus a very veteran team for the Pioneers.
And I think that has a lot to do with their up and down nature. They play real well some nights and not so well other nights, and that comes with, they only have 2 seniors, I believe, on the team, and a lot of freshmen and sophomores in the game. And
well, it can bode well for them next year, and you're going to have those years we're going to have to go through some growing pains with a young team, but boy, they look like they got some talent on this team for sure. As both teams are a little nervous, I think, right now, trying a lot of missed shots here, and here's a big three-point try, and off the rim there by Jimmy Conroy. So back down comes the Rocks.
I think it goes back to that Al McGuire quote, the best thing about freshmen is they become sophomores.
That is for sure. Well, Muscavale up on the point as he looks around for an opening, and he finds Mike Brasovich. When I saw him last, he had one whale of a game. He misses that shot, and back come the Pioneers. Oh, nice pass inside. Let's see if the shot is made. It's up, but no good by Mark Hill, but he'll go to the line shooting 2.
Nice pass there by David Fry.
So Mark Hill averaging 4.6 points per game. He's a senior.
Mark does all the dirty work for the Pioneers. He's a rebounder and a defender. Doesn't score a lot of points typically, but does a lot of important things for the team.
Better believe you. And a lot of people don't really realize that just because you're not a high scorer doesn't mean that you're not really vital to a team. And
exactly.
I've given Player of the Game awards to people that have had only 2 points, but they're just tremendous on defense and dishing off the ball and assists. And so he makes 1 out of the 2, making it a 5-2 lead for the Pioneers, as the Rocks now take it out of bounds and have a little bit of problem getting it in was Grant Snyder, but he gets the ball back and there's going to be it over the back there, called on Mark Hill.
Number 48, Mark Hill, his first, team first.
So it'll still be side out for the Rocks. Still early here, 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 5-2 in favor of the Pioneers. As he do get it inbounded and gets it back over to Joe Lemon, who's into the game now. Or check that. Nick Jones, I'm sorry, wrong team. And I do that occasionally. As Brozovic drives and he scoops it over to big number 43, Grant Snyder, but that's no good. Brozovic with the rebound, however. And he'll give it over to Muskie Valley. Brozovic looks for the shot, doesn't see it. And he'll try to give it off to one of his friends, and that being Grant Snyder. And Grant Snyder back over here to Brandon Smith. As they're still continuing to work around with not much time. Now Muskie Valley drive, or check that. That's Nick Jones with a drive, and it's up and in. So brings the score 5-4. And I'm not sure. Is it a turnover? Yes, it was. I thought maybe a Rock Island player got his hand on the ball, but an errant pass. So back it goes over again.
Rock Island doesn't have a true postman, so they're clearing out the lane and running really a no post offense. Colt Schulte was concerned about this offense. They have quite a few three-point shooters for the Rocks, so something we need to look for tonight.
Oh, absolutely. You can't relax when you got a lot of those three-pointers out there.
Sometimes psychologically they seem like 8-pointers.
And being a coach right up here, this man knows all about that. And your girls, by the way, are really coming on strong here all of a sudden. So congratulations to you and a big tournament that you just won just recently.
Yeah, we did well down at the Bloomington Normal tournament over Christmas. We were able to win that one, and we're playing well right now. Hopefully we can keep it rolling.
Well, best of luck to you and your team as well there, Jay. But right now we got a good game going here between these two teams. As well, I'm not exactly sure what was happening there, but I guess they were trying to get it in. And you do get over the timeline, and it's going to be Smith with the shot, misses it, and comes back to the Pioneers. Tyler Ryan with a three-pointer, just a little bit short. And Muskie Valley comes down with it, and he'll try to take it all the way. Is he going to make? Oh, yeah, beautiful by Ray Muskie Valley.
At last inbounds, Tyler Ryan was trying to throw it off the defender's back. And he didn't quite hit him square, so he had to ended up in a turnover.
Well, it looks like we got a charging foul down here, and that should be on Cole Smith, it looks like. Well, still early. The Rocks have taken a 1-point lead with 3:10 to go here in the first period. And looks like it might turn into kind of a physical game, maybe.
they typically do in the Rock Island Alleman games.
The border war, as they have told me.
War is an appropriate term.
And still trying to get over the timeline, having a little bit of a problem. Was David Wilson, and I don't think he got it over, Jay, so a turnover.
No, a 10-second call.
You very seldom see that, but when you do, you kind of just scratch your head, and I'm sure that drives a coach absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that's why you can see both Coach Reed's veins on their forehead from here.
Ooh, and that might have been a foul there. You could hear it up here, but it wasn't called, and with a nice drive there, but is he going to count it? Yes, he is. Tyler Ryan with the bucket, and he'll go to the foul line.
Foul number 44.
Foul on Brandon Smith. Well, the scoreboard's usually lit up with all the names and numbers of all the players. They don't have it on here tonight, so.
I don't think the Alleman people know how to run the scoreboard over here. This is a home game for Alleman, but in name only.
Only he could get away with it. If I said that, I'd be in big trouble.
I don't think our boys have practiced over here too often either.
Oh, that's Tyler Ryan does make that one. And they take a 2-point lead over the Rocks, 8-6 with 2:45. Well, now I'm sure the coach kind of yelled at his kids, hey, you got to get over the timeline, and that'll be the first thing. And Nick Jones does get over the timeline, gets it down deep into Brandon Smith. Back out to Jones. Muskie Valley with the ball over to Brozovic with a wide open three. Ooh, just off the back of the rim. And a good rebound once again by Cole Schmidt. Stop and pop by David Fry. I just found out something last night that I wasn't really sure of, and that is the three-point line is 19 feet. Is that correct?
I think officially it's 19 feet 9 inches from the back of the rim.
It's easier to say 19 feet, though,
Yeah.
Jay. I was trying to figure that out. Months ago we got a travel call there, and I couldn't find out. I looked on the web, and you think I could find what the dimensions of a basketball court were? I couldn't find it anywhere. Not that I'm really that good on the web, but it was kind of frustrating. But now I know officially. Well, the Pioneers now with a 4-point lead, 10-6 over the Rocks.
Early here, it's kind of a feeling out process. Neither team really, I don't think, has found something they really like so far, so they're still looking for it.
And there's a steal by Nick Jones, and overshoots it. And he comes back. Well, you know, that happens quite a bit. When you miss a shot, you come back because of frustration, and guess what happens 90% of the time? You foul. So
good hustle by Keith Schulte there to get back in the play.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was behind the play and got back and got the rebound.
And Jared Petersmith was in there for a spell as well as he came in. He's still in there, as a matter of fact, number 12.
Ryan McCracken has checked in for the Pioneers, too, for the first time.
So we always want to make sure we get every player that gets out on the floor their name in. And I tell you, I've done a couple games where I was having a hard enough time to try to figure out which team had the ball, let alone the players. There are a couple times when I've done them by myself, but just got to kind of relax like the player. Oh, beautiful shot from way out there by Keith Schulte. And the crowd loves it here at the Wharton Fieldhouse. Muskie Valley up on the point again. And let's see, they still don't have anybody down low. Apparently like that, looks like a 4-guard set by them almost for the Rocks. As it goes over to Nick Jones, and most of them are probably guard size. And Brozovic got in trouble, but got lucky, got it out to Matt Crosser. Or check that. There I go again to Grant Schneider. And a rebound by the Pioneers with 43 seconds left here in the first period, and it's been a good one. Oh. I guess we're going to call a foul. Gets a little over the back there. That's kind of a tough one. You're up in the air for the ball. When you come down, he has a little bit more control, and it gets it in front of him, and you get called for the foul.
Yeah. Sometimes things aren't fair on the court. I'll tell you what, refereeing a basketball game would be a tough job.
Oh, I would never, ever want to do it. I always thought about maybe doing football games, but never, ever a basketball game, because I don't think they can ever win. And as close as the crowd is and the coaches are, it would not be for me. Well, Brozovic probably looking for the last shot. No, he isn't. He puts her up. No good, but rebounded down there by Brandon Smith, and he'll go to the line. Well, shocking to me, 13-6 in favor of the Pioneers. They stretched it out, and I didn't even pay attention there as they stretched it out to 7 points, but now it can be closed back down to within 5 if Brandon Smith makes both of the cherry stripe shots. He makes the first one. Got one more to go.
Number 35, Quentin Jefferson.
Quentin Jefferson checked in for the Rocks, number 35. If I'm not mistaken, that might be the first sub by the Rocks.
I think it is. Almost stolen there by Muskie Valley, and he's got very quick hands, so you got to be careful of him. On the steals, a big three-point try, no good by Tyler Ryan, but rebounded and put up by Keith Schulte, no good, and there's a buzzer at the end of the first quarter. With the score being the Pioneers 13, the Rocks 8. We'll be back after this for the start of the second period. Well, as we get set to go for the start of the second period with the score 13-8 in favor of the Pioneers. The Rocks have the ball right now. Muskie Valley pinned deep in the corner, but got it out to Brozovic. And Muskie Valley will try a drive, and he decides better against it. Brozovic was a real spark plug that I seen him a couple games ago, and so far he's been pretty quiet, but watch out for that number 11. He can really light it up. And there's going to be a steal inside, and very good. I mean, really wonderful there by David Fry as he got it out to Keith Schulte. And we got a 3-point shot by David Fry. And all of a sudden, the score is 16-8 in favor of the Pioneers, and we got ourselves a timeout. And we'll take a quick timeout as well. Be back. But as we get set to go here at the 7:17 mark, so far, all of a sudden, Pioneer now starts to open it up a little bit.
A lot of things look good when you're making shots, and they've hit 2 threes in a row. And like I said, those are psychologically, sometimes they seem like they're a lot more than 3 points.
They certainly do, because all of a sudden that score just seems to double, and in reality it probably doesn't, but it sure looks that way. It can be disheartening to a young team such as the Rocks, and it might have been their problem the whole season, is that they get down a little bit and then they just, they're not experienced enough to come back. But the Pioneers certainly are experienced, and what I've noticed, they got real good fundamentals on this team, but as seniors, which they should have, and they play together as a team really well.
Yeah, you expect your seniors to execute the fundamentals for sure, and they work very hard at it.
Well, still having a problem getting it down inside, and now we got a foul called, and it's going to be on one of the Rock Island players. Looks like it was Nick Jones, number 20, that is going to be called on. Must have been a push. That's his second foul, and they can ill afford to lose him, as he is their top point getter. Cole Schmidt, he brings it over the timeline, gives it over to David Fry. He's had a good first half already. And he goes to the inside looking for one of his friends to pass it down, but nobody was open. Driving to the inside to the paint, and it's going to be a tie up there as Tyler Ryan got tied up by a couple of Rock Island players. And we'll have a jump ball, and I can't tell where the possession arrow will remain with the Pioneers. Well, they look to bring it inside. Nothing works there, so let's see if they throw it way out, and they will. With Cole Schmidt with the ball, and he drives on Brozovic into the lane, up and no good, but he gets his own rebound, and he's blocked there. Nice block indeed by David Wilson, who just had come into the game, and then it's poke checked away, I guess you could call it, by Cole Schmidt on the other end. A little hockey term there. That's about the only thing I know about hockey, and I'm from Wisconsin, so figure that one out, huh? Well, I never had ice skates, so a nice rebound down low by David Wilson, but doesn't get it in, and the Pioneers bring it back up court quickly. And what's going to be called there? I
think that's the way things go for young teams. They've had good shots, they've had nice rebounds, they just haven't been able to finish them off, and as a result, right now they're down by 8.
Foul number 33,
Ray Muscovally with the foul, so his second foul. So a little foul trouble here for the starters for the Rocks, and way too early for 2 fouls in the first half. So
yeah, I don't know what Coach Reed's rule is, but a lot of coaches, if you get 2 fouls in the first half, you sit down the rest of the half.
And it comes inside, and let's see. Another foul is called, and it's going to be on the offense.
His first, team 5th.
So David Fry picks up a foul. Looks like a pushing foul on him. Or was that a pick? Is that what they called?
I think they called him for pushing off, trying to get open.
Muscovally brings it over the timeline, and now they go to work. The Rocks, as he drives to the lane. Oh, nice backward pass. And then it's back out to Brozovic. He gives it out to Smith. And Brozovic again tries to get it inside. Nothing happening. They're still working around. For right now, trying to get somebody open, and Alleman is really putting the pressure on here as they just can't find any open players. And the crowd's starting to react to it.
I know Coach Schulte was really interested in making sure they did a good job defending the three-point shot.
Well, and Brozovic tries a long three-pointer, probably about 22 feet. That was a little bit out of his range, and he misses it with the shot now coming down court. Was David Fry, but he misses it. And here comes Brozovic. Watch him. He's very, whoa, I don't know what kind of shot that was. I thought he was going to pass it.
I think he intended to pass it, and his passing lane was taken away. That's why coaches harp on not jumping to make a pass.
Kind of in no man's land, and well, might as well just throw it up and hope for the best.
Gravity works.
Yes, sir. Long three-pointer again by Schulte, but that one rims off, and down with it comes David Wilson. And now calling a play as Muscovally, as he says, well, we got to get going on something here. Nothing has worked so far. Let's try one of our set plays and see how this works out. And there's a man open out is Brandon Smith, but I think that's been way out of his range, so they work it down inside. Try to get it to David Wilson, and let's see.
They called a 3-second call on him.
3-second violation, so another turnover. Yelling air ball, but he didn't even get a shot off, so can't quite call that here. The crowd's pretty active here today, which is fun to see. And folks, if you haven't been out to a high school basketball game in a while, make sure you do. These kids, I mean, it's once in their lifetime to get to play in front of a lot of people, and they sure like to have packed houses. So make sure you stop on out to any of the games that are in the Quad Cities area. And a foul called down low. And going to the line is Jared Petersmith. And makes the first one. Now, how do you teach a kid to do that? Because I can't get the basketball to ever do that. I have no idea. And they seem to do it all the time. It just amazes me.
That's what that backspin does for you.
And Peter Smith with his second shot on the way. That one a little bit shorter than the first one, and it rims out. But it looks like Brandon Smith went up for the ball, and his foot came when he came down. He got the ball on the line and goes back to the Pioneers. So they'll try to get it inside, and kind of a nice little play there to get it inside, but now kind of a mix-up down low, and the ball trickles out of bounds. Who they're going to give it to? It's going to go back over to the Rocks as Mark Hill lost the ball out of bounds. (17-8) in favor of the Pioneers with 3:20 left. As Brandon Smith will inbound it. Gives it over to David Wilson. He gives it over the timeline. Now looks for somebody to pick it up. That was touched by the Pioneer, one of the Pioneers, so that it's not over and back. Oh, and that could have been pretty close. Some good passing, but Derek saw a nice pass inside, but just didn't have control of the ball, and he missed a really perfect shot inside. And down low here, big block, but unfortunately he got more body than he did block, and that was a foul on Kelvin Hayes as he's coming to the game, and going to the line is going to be Cole Schmidt. Well, they've had some good fouls, and I figured, well, if you're going to foul a guy, you might as well foul.
My old coach told me you only get 5, get your money's worth.
That's right. As long as you don't hurt somebody, it's okay. First one's up, and it's good. Making a 10-point lead now for the Pioneers with 2:56 left here in the first half.
Coach Reed's sending back 2 players with 2 fouls each. Maybe feels like things are getting out of control and needs to get back in the game here in the first half.
And to keep that experience in are the ones that have the most experience, or I don't want to say talent because they all have good talent. They wouldn't be on the varsity squad. But I think experience, you might be a sophomore and have just that much more experience than a senior does. I mean, just playing time means everything. Oh, nice pass inside for Brandon Smith, and an easy one. I think that was a pass from Ray Muscovally, and he is good at assisting him. So they close to within 8 here with 2:31 left in the first half as the Pioneers work it around. inside, and well, I think that Peter Smith had nobody to pass it to except for a red shirt, and that's who he passed it to. So he's sharing the ball with everybody.
I think he lost control of it on his way up to shoot there.
That's probably more so the truth than what I thought it was. Well, the Rocks working around. They've been trying to work it around, but just absolutely no openings. Musket Valley takes a shot from about 15. That's no good. Rebounded by Marcus McQueen. He'll try it from about 8 feet, and he's short. And
Queen's just a freshman.
And, up and in, and it'll count, and he'll go to the line. Tyler Ryan.
Foul number 23, Marcus McQueen, his second, team ninth.
Marcus McQueen with 2 fouls, so a lot of fouls on the Rocks here in the first half, and not only on the starting 5, but also a lot of the subs. And that's good.
That was a smart play by Tyler Ryan. He made the player foul him. He drew contact and got the 3-point play out of it.
Now, when you're coaching, Jay, how do you teach a kid that, or is that just something they have in them?
Well, you can try to teach it, but it's pretty difficult. It's something they, just from playing a lot, they learn how to do. Some players are good at it and some aren't. Mm-hmm. And it really doesn't have a whole lot to do with talent necessarily either. Some of the better players don't do it very well, and some of the lesser players do it pretty well.
It's just a sixth sense that they have then. No wonder I never started on varsity in basketball then. I guess I can understand that. Actually, I never started on varsity at all. I was way too short. Our coach had a philosophy that you had to be at least 6 feet tall to be on the varsity squad. And of course, I'm not 6 feet tall, so I didn't even get on the squad at all. But sure, I always enjoyed basketball, was on the intramurals, and had fun with that. Well, the score now 21-10, 11-point lead for the Pioneers with 1:25 left, as they have stretched it out here very quietly, actually. It hasn't been explosive or anything, but just quietly stretching that lead out. And they're trying for a couple more as inside goes Matt Crosser, and he's hammered.
That was a nice interior feed by Ryan McCracken there.
And Crosser will go to the line. And Matt's also a football player, if I remember right.
Yes, he was, I believe, all conference as an offensive lineman. I think he's also going to be valedictorian, too.
Oh, my goodness.
If he's not, Mark Hill will be. So.
Is that right? That's incredible. Well, it just goes to prove he can be an athlete and be a student as well. And I think that's something that, a lot of athletes should pay more attention to, especially today. You got to have good grades. You got to have that college education today, or it's going to be kind of a sad life, I think. So all you young people out there, Matt Crosser, take what he does. He might be valedictorian, meaning he's got the best grades in all the whole high school. Education is important, and stay after it. There, enough for my opinions for one night. As we got a foul down on the other end of the court. Matt Crosser picks up a foul. A 16 foul. As we got a 3-point shot underway, and it is good by Nick Jones. Well, he's their big gun, and if he gets open, he can pop him in. And coming back down on the other side was David Fry, but he misses a 3-pointer. And quickly down court comes the Rocks. Muskie Valley with a 3-point try and gets nothing, well, maybe the bottom of the net. So, but unfortunately it didn't go through the hoop the first part. So a turnover with 31 seconds left here in the first half. 22-13 with a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. As we get set to go here with 31.2 seconds left in this first half, the Pioneers of Alleman leading at 22-13 over the Rock Island Rocks in this border war. And the Pioneers have it maybe for the last time in the first half as they try to get over the timeline, and indeed they do. And now they'll try to look for that last shot. Tyler Ryan with the ball with 17 ticks left on that clock. And Tyler Ryan once again with it, and now they'll probably start looking for a good shot inside, and here comes a Tyler Ryan. Oh my goodness, up and in, and no foul. I cannot believe it.
Basket by Tyler Ryan.
I think he got hit by everybody on the Rock Island team except for probably a couple of the cheerleaders on that shot. My goodness, well, he's tough. He says, man, I'm not going to go in there anymore, but I'm sure he will. He's a tough kid. Extends the lead to 24-13 with 5 seconds left here in the first half. Brozovic brings it over the tie line. He'll have one shot, and he might have walked with it, and he did. So it'll go back over with, well, 0.1 second left. What do you do here, Jay?
Well, the only thing you can do is tip it in, so you can't shoot the ball, so it's not enough time.
Well, they'll certainly try something. It's always kind of fun to see what they do, even if they don't have any time for this. Let's see what happens. As Crosser, and he's got all the arm strength, he'll try to get it in. Well, and trip down goes. It looked like that was Ryan McCracken. So that'll end the first half with the score, the Alleman Pioneers 24, the Rock Island Rocks 13. And your assessment of the first half, Jay?
Well, so far I think, both teams are trying to do what they want to do. Right now, Rock Island's not shooting very well. Therefore, it's difficult to score. I think Alleman's defense has quite a bit to do with that. And the difference really is Alleman's made a few three-point shots to get the lead.
Exactly, and that's my thoughts too. With that, we'll take a break. Be back with the start of the second half. This is the FTP Sports Network. Hope you're enjoying it.
first and second half. His second team second. His third team first. Turning rock out, number 23, Marcus Queen. Into the final round, number 43, Matt Crosser, facing Mark Hill. Also for the Rocks, number 35, Quentin Jefferson. David Wilson, his first, team second. Junior Pioneers, Kyle Ryan. And the final, Joe Steele. Turns the rocket around for number 43, Brent Schneider. This guy is fourth, team third. Turning the rock out, number 44, Brandon Smith. Remember, in the third quarter, we'll have a 50-50 drawing. Number 23 of the Rocks, Marcus McQueen, his third, team fourth. Shooting two for the Pioneers, number 24, Cole Schmidt. His third, team fifth. Ball number 44, Brandon Smith, who is fourth. Into the Pioneer line, number 41, number 34 for the Rocks, David Wilson. Also one of the Pioneers, number 34, Keith Schulte. Number 43, Brent Schneider, his second teammate. Number 34, Keith Schulte, his first, team fourth. Into the Pioneer lineup, number 44, John Jacobs. Keith Schultz, his second, team 6. Return to Rock Island, number 43, Brent Schneider. And for the Pioneers, number 12, Jared Peterson. There will be a full timeout. I'd like to remind the all Pioneer fans there will be a road game tomorrow night at Kewanee. And then next weekend, a big doubleheader.
Out for the Rocks unless they make a move right here. Down by 11, Brozovic into the paint and rims in and out, but rebounded there. It looks like it might have been Marcus McQueen again, the freshman, up and in with his own rebound, and he's going to be a good one. Oh, a slammer jammer. I've been waiting for it all night long. Oh, yeah. Jimmy Conroy.
He got his feet set that time before he caught the ball.
I love, as you can probably tell, those slammer jams. And Muskie Valley misses one down at the other end, comes back over to the Pioneers. Peter Smith getting a lot of playing time here now in the second half. And good dribbler of the ball, good handler of the ball. And very good passing here by the Pioneers as the time is running out. Nice shot up again by Jimmy Conroy, and he's starting to lighten it up all of a sudden.
Looks like he's starting to feel pretty confident with the shot.
And just as soon as the Rocks make a little move, Brozovic with that inside move, couldn't quite get it to go down, but like I said, he's so quick, he goes down with the land of the Giants and makes it work. Didn't get that one to go down that time, but boy, he's fun to watch. And he probably should have done a whole lot more of that, I think, in this game in the first half. And now he's going to pick up a foul. He could have called that either way, too. Again, I don't want to be one of those guys in those black and white shirts ever. Going to the line is going to be David Fry.
And for the Pioneers, number 40, Mark Hill, and for the Rocks.
Mark Hill will be coming in for Keith Schulte.
Number 33, David Fry.
So David Fry to shoot. And up and in to complete the three-point play, 53-37 with 2:50 left here now in the fourth period. Muskie Valley with the ball, he drives into the paint, try to scoop up, but that's blocked by Jimmy Conroy. He's doing everything right now. And, well, what do you call there? There's another one of those that I wouldn't. Scrum.
I think that's a fifth on Marcus McQueen.
23, Marcus McQueen, his fifth.
That will be his fifth foul, so he fouls out of this one. But boy, I tell you, he's going to be one to watch in years to come. So back in will come Brandon Smith, number 44, to replace Marcus McQueen. But I think they should give him a big hand. He's done a great job, and he's going to be a good one.
He's certainly active in there.
The super bonus for the Pioneers, number 12, Jared Petersmith.
Jared Petersmith shooting the super bonus. First one's on its way and rims out. But he has one more since they are in the super bonus, meaning they shoot two. And the second one's underway, and that one's in. So 54-37 with 2:34 left. As Muskie Valley gives it off to Nick Jones from about 21 feet for a three-point try. Doesn't make it. Shifts it back out to Muskie Valley. Muskie Valley just doesn't want to take those threes, but Brozovic will try it. He misses also. And Tyler Ryan comes down with the ball. Quickly up court and gives it over to Jimmy Conroy, who has done everything, it seems like, here and been everywhere in this second half. Almost over and back is Peterson. Ooh. And that they got to kind of watch with the old elbows there, as Ray Muskie Valley was quick to get out of the way of the flying elbows of Peter Smith. And down inside comes Peter Smith. A nice play, but he's going to be hammered there, it looks like, by Nick Jones. And Muskie Valley just kind of tell him, hey, dude, be careful of my head. I only have one. So Jared Petersmith goes to the line, shooting two. And he misses the first one again. To get one more, 54-37. He can make it 55, and he misses that one too, so misses both the shots from the charity stripe with 1:50 left. Nick Jones will try it again, and we're going to have a foul. It looks like a Muscovale as he ran into Tyler Ryan and picks up a charging foul. I think. Yes, it was. Oh, and Ray Muscovale now falls out of the game. So two key players for the Rocks have fouled out here late in the game. I don't know if it make any difference now as they got the Pioneers have a fairly comfortable lead, 54-37 with 1:46 to go. But stranger things have happened.
Justin Sharp. In for the Pioneers.
As Justin Sharp comes into the game for the first time, number 14. As they try to get everybody all figured out and worked out in this.
Both teams were trying to play with 6 there. It didn't work too well.
Well, they're starting a new league, a 6-man squad.
Shooting super bonus for the Pioneers, number 22, Tyler Ryan.
So Tyler Ryan goes to the foul line to shoot 2. First one, he's very quick with his free throws. He doesn't take any time at all. Ryan McCracken comes in to replace Jared Petersmith. Ryan, number 10. And the second one's good as well, extending their lead 56-37 now. 19-point lead with 1:45 left. As Hayes had the ball, gives it back over. And inside, the shot was missed, but back up and in is Kelvin Hayes. And a timeout. 30-second. We'll take a quick one as well. Be right back with the end of this one. Well, as we get set to go here for the final seconds of the border war game between Alleman Pioneers and the Rock Island Rocks. As being hounded and tied up is Ryan McCracken, and he'll apparently picked up a foul, and that's going to go against, I think, number 14, Justin Sharp.
Foul number 14 of the Rocks, Justin Sharp. Shooting the super bonus for the Pioneers, number 10, Ryan McCracken.
So he'll be shooting 2 shots as well. The lefty puts the first one up and in. What kind of problems does a left-handed shooter, a natural left-handed shooter, pose for a coach and coach telling his team what to do?
Oh, I think it's harder to guard a left-handed shooter for some reason. You can tell a player they're left-handed, but they don't see enough of them that seems to pose problems to guard a lefty.
You forget, in other words, that they are going to shoot it left-handed, yeah. So Jimmy Conroy up shooting 2, and his first one is no good.
We might get a chance to see something here with the Pioneers here. If the crowd erupts, it means Milos Parhimowicz is checking in. He's a Polish exchange student. He's still got his warm-up on down there, but we're getting down to where we might have a chance.
Well, that would be great to see. And you can pronounce his name all the rest of the game if he gets in. So 1:16 left, 58-39 in favor of the Pioneers. They pretty much got this one in the bag as Brozovic looks for an opening, tries to get over to one of the younger players. Quentin Jefferson with the ball right now. And he'll shuffle it back over to Kelvin Hayes. Kelvin Hayes back over to John Carruthers. And going to take the shot now is Kelvin Hayes. That's no good. Rebounds his own missed shot. A little bit too much dribbling, and he'll try the three-pointer. Gunshot from there. That's going to be no good. Nice rebound or save there by Quentin Jefferson, but it goes to the Pioneers. It's stolen by Justin Sharp, and that's checked away. by McCracken, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll go back over to Pioneers. Jeff Jacobs coming into the game, number 44, along with Joel Steele, number 50, and Mike Wood, number 30, in there now as well.
And Joe Lemon checked in also.
And Joel Lemon, number 20. That I wasn't sure of that call right there, but it looked like Dale Rice threw the ball up and then caught his own ball and then moved with the ball. Ball goes up and in to get 2 points, 58-41. Well, players of the game, Jay, for the Rock Island, who did we pick?
We went with Marcus McQueen, the freshman. He was very active in the game and made a lot of good things happen for the Rocks.
And I think we're going to give it to Jimmy Conroy for the Alleman Pioneers. He just lit him up, and the second half was all over the court. So the internet revealed players of the game are Marcus McQueen for Rock Island Rocks and Jimmy Conroy for the Alleman Pioneers.
Ryan Trimble checked in for the Pioneers on that last dead ball. And Charles Williamson checked in for the Rocks.
Eric Van Spybrock comes in. Number 14 now for the Pioneers as well. Here he comes. You can say his name.
He may not get in, though.
12 ticks left. We're going to have to get a foul here to try to get him into the game. And a big three-point shot on its way. No good. And he may not get in. Let's see. 1 second left, and this one's over. Well, tough break there. So, well, it was a pretty good game. Nonetheless, I think Rock Island the next couple of years is going to be a pretty tough team to watch out for. A lot of talent on that team. With Marcus McQueen, if he has some players to go along with him, they could really be tough. Alleman looking as solid as they normally do and continue their winning ways. Your thoughts of the game, Jay?
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. Rock Island's definitely the team of the future. They got quite a few good athletes that are young. It's just a matter of time before they put it all together. And tonight there's just a little bit too much experience, I think, on the side of the Pioneers.
Well, Jay, it's been a pleasure working with you here this evening with all your insight on the game and your knowledge of the players and that. And best of luck to the girls varsity, and take it all the way to state, will you?
Well, thank you. We hope we can continue to do well.
On behalf of all of us here at FTP Sports Network, we've had a lot of fun. Hope you have too. We'll see you again. This has been a presentation of the FTP Sports Network. This is Jim Sainsbury along with Jay Hatch. We'll see you again. So long.